Once the Honduras Wampusirpi beans have been sorted, inspected, they're roasted in a convection oven. I like to do a slow and low roast for my beans, this case 270 for 40 minutes. Let these guys cool on the counter. Once the cocoa butter returns to a solid state, we can go to the next step of cracking and winnowing. First, I collect them in a big bucket while admiring spring outside. Small-scale bean to bar chocolate is a very hands-on process with quite a few steps along the way. My current setup involves first slowly loading the beans through a roller mill, which will crack the cacao beans, allowing the nib to be separated from the husk through a vacuum system. Part of my winnowing setup is using the Aether winnower, which you can get through Chocolate Alchemy. It's a great setup, and it'll help increase the efficiency of how many nibs you can separate from your husks, or better yet, how many husks you can separate from your nibs. The nibs are what we make chocolate out of. They're actually the cacao solids. And the husks are just compost fodder. I'll run it through the winnower 3 to 5 times. I was gonna say winnowing down. Well, I guess that is true. As redundant as it sounds, just slowly separating until I have as many nibs as I can. Lifting with my knees like a responsible adult, I get this on the scale and start doing the calculations. For a 70% bar, it's pretty simple. Divide by 0.7 and then subtract your weight from it. That'll give you your sugar amount. In this case, it's 12.51 pounds. Into my 100-pound diamond refiner, I'm gonna add my cacao first over the course of an hour or two using a heat gun setup just to help extract the cocoa butter a little quicker and speed up the process. Once smooth enough, I'll add my sugar, and after 48 hours, we have cacao liquor. Once solidified in storage, the cacao liquor can be added to my 150-pound Savage tempering machine. I use a big hammer, break it into little bits, try not to make a huge mess, although I usually do. Now let the tempering process begin. First we cool it down, hook up our pneumatic pump system, our 3D printed head, warm it up to working temperature, and start running it through the system. With our bars all chilled down and well tempered, we can begin the demolding process. For me, it's always off to audiobook land or off to podcast land because it takes a bit and, it's a little repetitive. But this is also the time where you can catch little tempering mistakes. Sometimes things look great in the mold, different on the table. Probably one of my favorite parts of the whole chocolate making process is when I've got a tray full of shiny bars, just this sea of well-tempered chocolate. So pretty. Oh, a second. Oh man. Ah, damn. I chose to package my bars in pouches because it doesn't allow any air contact. Even the best wrapped foil will let some air through, and I spend all this time and energy. The farmers spend so much time and energy that it would be a real shame to let that all go to waste by not letting the chocolate remain in its peak condition for as long as possible. Now let's get these cased up and call it a day.